everyone. Welcome, welcome. So the question today is, as business owners, we don't take time to blank in order to grow. And so I'm so curious as to what people think this topic might be about. And I know that some people have put some comments in, and I really look forward to exploring that with you. So, in the comments today, as business owners, we often don't take time to blank. I'd like you to put in the comments what you think that might be. So, good one, good one. So hello, face. Oh, I've got you guys trained. Somebody's hashtag live. Yes, good one. If you are watching the replay, it's hashtag replay. So somebody says, organize. We don't take time to organize. Well, let me, first of all, welcome to Tuesday's training. We don't take time to strategize. If you are on this call, please certainly put into the comments, say hello, let me know where you're calling in from. If you are live, it is hashtag live team. And if you are on replay, it is hashtag replay. So my name is Diana Lidstone, and I am the creator of the Profitable Marketing Accelerator, which helps business owners to get noticed, right? Get clients and get profitable. Today, we are going to talk about this. What is the fill in the blank? So the fill in the blank is we don't take time to think. This whole topic was precipitated by someone who I received their emails. And here's the quote: 5% of people actually think. 10% of people think they think, and the other 85% would rather die than think. And the author of that quote is Woods Hutchinson. Who's ever heard of him? If you've heard of him, give me a high five in the comments. You see, as entrepreneurs, we have tons and tons and tons of business decisions, life decisions to make. And decision making is actually very exhausting. When we focus on the problem, right, or the opportunity or the challenge without distraction, that's when we get the best solutions, without distraction. And so thinking is kind of like exercise for your brain. And the more we do it, the better we get, which allows us to perform at a better level. Social media is a huge, huge distraction, or can be a huge distraction for a lot of people. And a lot of people turn to social media for answers to the problems or the solutions or the challenges that they have. So my question to you is, do you intentionally take time out of your busy schedule to think? Just quietly to think. I know that so many entrepreneurs, and I've certainly been guilty of this, is instead of thinking, we get into doing mode, right? We think, oh, we'll just create something else. If that workshop didn't work, let's create another workshop. And I talked about this last week when I wrote the blog, The Curse of the Doer, right? I don't know how many of you read the blog, The Curse of the Doer. So you can go to my website and read that. And personally, I've been there. I have been always the doer and always doing. And what does that lead to? It leads to hustle. It leads to overwhelm. It doesn't lead to us actively doing the critical thinking, taking the time out. And so many of you know that I take time out almost every single day to go for a walk. When I go for a walk, I don't listen to a podcast. I don't listen to, I do take my phone, but only for um, only for reasons of safety. Because I walk in the woods, I connect with nature, I take my dog, and that is one of my thinking times. I take a break during the day to be thinking, right? And it's also one of the reasons why I have recently blocked off my calendar an additional day for thinking. Now, you might think a whole day for thinking. No, not the whole day. But I have made a critical decision in my business that it's more about thinking and thinking to the next level. It's more about becoming the person who I want to be rather than doing. And somebody wrote here always, since I'm alone most of the time, I'm able to meditate and think what I need to do next. So when we take critical thinking into our lives, when we allow it, our mind opens to possibilities. But if we were always in this hustle mode, it doesn't solve a problem. In fact, here's a quote from Albert Einstein. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. In other words, if you have a problem in your business and it is that consciousness of doing that got you there, that same thinking won't solve the problem. So, one of the biggest roadblocks to growth, and I'm really spending some time thinking about this because I'm looking for a new type of client in my business. I'm looking for clients who already have experienced some success, 6 or 7 figure clients. And I have some of those as private clients. And what has stopped them from growing is that they aren't taking time to become deep thinkers. They haven't taken time in their business to think about their business, to plan their business. And instead, they're kind of like throwing spaghetti at the wall. They're doing all these random activities, and it is not allowing growth. It is not allowing room for thought leadership. It is not allowing room for them to become an authority in their industry, or even to focus on the right types of activities in their business. So who can relate? Who's listening? Who's watching today? Who can relate that perhaps you're not taking time to think? You're not purposely setting aside time in your business for intentional thinking. And I'll raise my hand that I was not until recently. So, if you're not alone. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. But I also want to talk a little bit today about thought leadership and how do you become a thought leader? How do you become known in your industry for being that authority because you've created something different, something that people look at and go, I haven't thought about that before. And another article by somebody by the name of Mel Abram, and it came in and I thought, 4 qualities of a thought leader that can be learned, practiced, and mastered. You see, because thought leadership is something that you can learn. So what were the 4 qualities that he suggested? One was thinking outside the box. And thinking outside the box, I challenge people when I'm working with them to create their authority advantage, their own intellectual property. It's like, pulling out this thinking. They're used to thinking in this particular zone or down this particular path. And my challenge is to get them to think differently about their business and about their growth. And thinking outside the box is a quality of a thought leader. So challenge yourself to think outside the box. Number 2 is about being results driven. Now, if you've ever done work with me before, you know I talk about results, results, results. What are the tangible results that you get when you work with a client? But thought leaders also, what are those results? How do they tweak them? How do they make their systems better? How can they test them? But they keep driving towards improving those results. So that's number 2. Number 3 is being honest. Honest about the feedback that you give, honest about where you've come from and where you are now, honest about what you want to achieve, honest about acknowledging other experts or other authorities. And the 4th is about being perceived as being different. So despite people thinking that you might be the same as somebody else. So I'll give you an example. This morning I was talking to one of my clients who happens to be a real estate agent. And I said the 3 killer words for somebody like a real estate agent or a financial advisor, those 3 killer words are, I am a real estate agent. Or if I was to say it, I am a business coach. Because all that does is it puts me in that same box as somebody else. But you notice that when I introduce myself today, I'm the creator of the Profitable Marketing Accelerator. Who the heck has heard of that before? No one, because it's mine. I created it. That's what thought leaders do. They create their own intellectual property, their own processes, their own unique way of doing things. That's how you're going to stand out. That's how you get attention. That's how you create engagement. That's how you drive sales. That's how you get noticed. It's all those things. But it all starts with taking time intentionally to think, whether it's about your business, whether it's about your life. One of the things that I know for sure is that most entrepreneurs, most business owners don't take time to think about what they want their business to look like in 3 years, in 5 years. And I don't just mean attaching the words like successful. I mean, really think about it, right? What do you want it to look like? What do you want your space to look like? What do you want your team to look like? How much money? Get right down to the nitty-gritty. If you haven't taken time out to intentionally think about your business, that's where to start. What is it that you want to create? What is your mission? What is your vision? What are your values? There's lots and lots to be thinking about in our businesses. So, food for thought? Yes? No? Was this valuable? Hit me up in the comments. I'd love to know your thoughts on this and perhaps whether this has inspired you to intentionally set aside time on a regular basis to think about your business. So that is Tuesday's training. Thanks so much for listening today. #live, #replay. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye for now.